Leo was smart. Everyone said so. His teachers saw it. His parents believed it. And Leo had a dream. He wanted to become a surgeon. But there was a problem no one could see. When Leo sat down to study, his mind was already somewhere else. One moment, he was reading about human anatomy. The next, he was thinking about his phone, a notification, a game, a daydream about a future he wasn't actually building. He told himself the lie that felt good: I'll study later. But later never came. And Leo had started believing something dangerous, that being smart was enough, that his brain alone would carry him to his dreams without the hard part. Then came the regional scholarship exam. He walked in confident. He walked out crushed. When the results posted, his name wasn't near the top. His friends, the ones who studied while he scrolled, had all succeeded. The teachers who once praised him now looked at him with something worse than anger: disappointment. That night, Leo sat alone in his room. For the first time, he let himself feel the shame. He finally understood he wasn't lacking intelligence. He was lacking discipline. He had mistaken potential for achievement. Smart is not enough. Discipline is the engine. Up next, Leo takes the first step. The next morning, Leo knew wanting to change wasn't enough. He needed someone to show him how. He found Ms. Davenport, the athletic director. She had a reputation for taking the most restless kids and helping them find focus, not through lectures, but through something simpler. He found her in her office and said something he'd never said to anyone: "I don't know how to focus. What do I do?" Ms. Davenport didn't hand him a book. She stood up. "Come with me." She led him to the field and handed him a bow and arrow. A wooden target stood at the far end. "Hit the center," she said. "Show me what your focus looks like." Leo pulled back. Let it fly. The arrow landed in the grass, nowhere near the target. Ms. Davenport walked over. "When you shot that, what were you looking at?" Leo thought. The target, but also the trees, the field, the bow. She nodded slowly. "That's your problem. You're looking at everything at once." She explained it simply. His life was the same. His phone, social media, games, daydreams. He would try to aim at all of them and hitting none. During study time, she said, "Look at nothing but your goal, nothing else." Leo finally asked a question that would change things. How do I actually do that? The answer came down to 4 rules. Coming up, Ms. Davenport held up one finger. 1. Control your thoughts. Your mind will wander. That's what it does. But when it drifts, pull it back. Tell yourself, this is study time. My goal is right here. You're the shepherd. Don't let your thoughts run wild. 2nd finger. 2. Make a routine. Your brain needs patterns. Decide when you study and when you rest. At first, it'll feel like a cage. But over time, your brain will follow the schedule on its own. Habits are powerful. 3rd finger. 3. Keep distractions away. Your phone, the apps, they're designed to steal your attention. When it's time to focus, put them in another room. Create a fortress around your focus. 4th finger. 4. Practice every day. Discipline is a muscle. You don't get strong going to the gym once. You get strong showing up every day, even when you don't want to. Start with 25 minutes, then 30, then an hour. Consistency is the secret. Leo went home that evening and wrote out a schedule. He put his phone in a drawer in another room. The first few days were brutal. His mind screamed for distraction. Every few minutes, he'd instinctively reach for his phone, only to remember it was gone. One night, he sat at his desk, the drawer across the room. His phone buzzed. He could hear it. He stared at the drawer for 10 seconds. His hand twitched. He stayed in his chair. It felt small, but it was the first time he had won. Slowly, the storm in his mind began to calm. The hours of focus grew longer. The distractions lost their pull, from restless to relentless. The transformation in the final part. Months passed. The boy who couldn't sit still was gone. Leo had turned Ms. Davenport's 4 rules into his daily code. The routine that once felt like a cage became his anchor. Removing distractions was no longer a fight. It was a habit. And every day he practiced, building his mental muscle one session at a time. His parents noticed. His teacher saw it. But the real test came with the next round of exams. This time, Leo didn't walk in with lazy confidence. He walked in with the quiet certainty of someone who had put in the work. When the results came, his name was at the top, first place. But when he saw it, he didn't feel pride the way he once would have. He felt gratitude. This wasn't luck. It wasn't talent. It was a harvest of seeds he had planted and watered every single day. About a year later, Leo stepped onto a stage to accept a prestigious scholarship. Looking out the crowd, he remembered that day in the field, the wild arrow, the missed target. He remembered what Miss Davenport had told him. The mind is like a wild horse, Leo. If you don't learn to control it, it will drag you wherever it wants, through forests of distraction and valleys of wasted time. But if you train it with patience and consistency, that same wild horse becomes a powerful steed that will carry you directly to your destination. From that day on, Leo lived by one principle. Train your mind with discipline, and success will follow, because intelligence is just the starting point. Discipline is what gets you there. Like, share, and subscribe for more stories that inspire action.